progress you've made over the last year is absolutely inspiring to many, whether you realize this or not. So y'all should be proud of yourself, because that's the overall energy. It's like you've woken up to the fact that without you creating the change in your life, you're always going to stay the same. So a lot of you have made the tough decisions to really focus on your career, focus on what matters to you, you know, letting go of outdated thinking, letting go of things that were holding you back. So your life is about to be upgraded, and a lot of you are going to feel as though it's been some type of miracle, some blessing bestowed upon you, which absolutely it is, but it's because the universe wants to recognize that you've put the work in. You've made the changes. Beautiful. Queen of Coins. You could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Doesn't have to be. You could have earth anywhere in your chart though. But yeah, it's like you're stepping into a period of understanding more so why you are on this earth. Like, what is your true life path, your purpose, and more so than that, living a life that you can be proud of. So you could really have just gotten serious about your life in the last couple of years. And maybe before you were just more nonchalant, you know, afraid to take chances, go after what you want. But justice is here for you, because you have really just learned to forgive, to let go of situations that are out of your reach or out of your control. And most importantly, to focus on what matters the most. So 8 of Cups. What matters the most right now, Spirit wants to acknowledge for you to spend more time with friends and family, because you could be at that point in your life where sometimes you're more focused on your career than giving back to people that love you and care about you. So don't forget, during the hard times turned into the sunshine, to appreciate the people in your life who have always had your back. That's what Spirit wants you to do. But the Magician is here. So a lot of you have manifested this new beginning for yourself. And you could feel kind of stuck right now, like you're in between. Often more than not, like life gets super uncomfortable right before you're about to go through a miracle or a blessing. So you just have to remember all the progress you've made along the way, and don't allow it to make you feel stuck, because if you, in doing so, that can create some type of stagnancy in your overall way of being. So just remember that today as you're continuing to move forward. 10 of Coins is in reverse. Some of you have been thinking about switching career paths, or, you know, picking up a second job, starting a new side hustle. Now is the time to do it, because Spirit's saying you could be stressed about finances in the background. And ultimately, it's like there are opportunities for you to create this abundance within yourself, but you have to be willing to take the chance on yourself. So King of Coins, absolutely beautiful. Lots of earth energy here and lots of air energy. So you could also be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, anywhere in your chart. But yeah, it's like the universe wants to acknowledge that for the longest time, the reason why your life wasn't changing is because you were afraid to switch things up. You were afraid to create a new routine. You were living in some type of fearful mindset that what if you did something and failed? And now a lot of you have been pushed to the point of almost feeling uncomfortable, so that you have to make the change, you know? And that's literally the universe's way of saying, don't be afraid of a new beginning. Don't be afraid to outgrow old chapters or situations. Some of you are holding on very tightly to a career path you've long outgrown. And it's time to remember it for what it is, but to keep moving forward. And you could be currently working this career path, so this is going to resonate for some of you. You know, there's the Knight of Coins and Knight of Wands, so double Knight energy. A lot of you have been thinking about possibly going back to school, upgrading, getting a new degree, a new certificate, a new license, something like this, but you're like afraid to take the chance. So you could be holding yourself back in the meantime by not doing so, basically. So don't be afraid to go after a new opportunity, a new blessing, and most importantly, to make a positive change in your life. So beautiful. 3 of Cups in the past could have also been in the way of, you know, you felt as though you had a lack of invitations. You were someone who normally was always invited to everything, but it's like the minute you started prioritizing your own needs, your own desires, your own dreams, maybe you started feeling like no one was picking up the phone to call you as much. That energy can be intimidating for some people, because when you really get your life together, it means that other people start to examine, wow, like you got yours together. Like, what are they doing in their life? So never take offense to it, okay? So someone wants to mentor you. Wow, so this definitely could have to do with this career path, because someone wants to mentor you. Maybe they feel as though you need a helping hand to get yourself to the next step. If you're just starting out a new business or you're in a specific career path, you may feel as though you need sound advice from someone who's done it before themselves to really show you the way. So make more time for family and friends. There you go. Double confirmation. For a lot of you, you need to, because you could be so focused on figuring out how to create some type of new wave, success, abundance in your life, but everything's about balance. So you got to be able to take some time for yourself to do the things that you love, spend time with people you love. You know, it is summer, so majority of places wherever you live in the world that you're watching this reading from, y'all, have a barbecue, have friends and family over. Doesn't necessarily have to cost anything just to spend time with people you love, right? So you could be someone who's considering a career path as a singer. If that's the case, this is your confirmation, because it says you have a beautiful singing voice. So this is someone's confirmation, y'all, that you're meant to sing. And maybe in the past you were kind of holding yourself back in a fear or a lack mindset, a fear of being rejected, a fear of being disliked. So unexpected phone call is here. This could be that mentor, someone who wants to come in and offer you some type of sound advice. I feel as though they spend a lot of time paying attention to you. So maybe more so than you realize, this person could be in the background right now, kind of examining your next moves, paying attention to what you're doing. You're going to overhear something that's been hidden from you. So for some of you, you're going to overhear the fact that this person wants to mentor you, or that you are getting ready to step up into your abundance. Okay, I did post a reading yesterday about that. So some of you, don't be afraid to do so. Like, you've got a beautiful new chapter coming in for you. And most importantly, this could be someone of major status who wants to work with you. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but doesn't have to be. But yeah, this is a new beginning. This is like a reason for you to finally let go of any past energy, people that were holding you back, and become that empress that you are. Look at that. Libra, Taurus energy, absolutely beautiful. So Knight of Coins could be an earth sign that wants to help you if you're not the earth sign, but major earth energy. There's Aquarius energy, Leo, and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So yeah, with the Empress coming out as well, some of you may find out in the next couple of months or seasons that you were expecting, especially if you have a partner and you've been trying with that person. Congratulations if that's the case. This will also be a new reason for you to celebrate and to realize that your life is being upgraded. A lot of you could have really wanted to start a family with someone or expand your family with someone, but you were in a way of living your life that you needed to make just a few minor changes. So whether that was in your career, your overall routine, or even just your day-to-day life. And you've made that progress. You've made that commitment to change. And most importantly, you've become a much more mature, stable version of yourself. A lot of you could have really pulled yourself out of a state of anxiety as well. So if that's the case, congratulations. Just know that your life is being upgraded because of that fact alone. Like, you really have done it. You could have came out of a relationship ending in the past, and you waited to find that new love. And that's exactly who's here for you, okay? 8 of Coins too. That's a major contract on the line. So, damn. It's like this is a whole new chapter in your life. And for some of you, it's not even the same book. It's like you're going on to part 2 in the trilogy series of your own life. Like, I feel like that's the case right now. You're really coming into a new chapter in your career as well. So this could be why you have a beautiful singing voice is coming out, because some of you are meant to become a singer. And also too, you could be becoming a gospel singer, choir singer, pop singer, country singer. There's something you're meant to do. And in the past, this may have always just been a dream, nothing more that you ever acted on. And it doesn't matter which age you are watching this, just know that it's never too late to follow your dreams, y'all. So if this message found you, know that it's not too late to go ahead and realize that you have a beautiful singing voice, and you're meant to do something really beautiful with your voice in order to create a new beginning in your life, and one that's going to be full of happier days, abundance, and success. Just know too, it's time to let go of anything that you felt as though was an interference in the past, like whether that was people making a point to misunderstand you, or you feeling as though you were being too hard on yourself, because a lot of you could feel like you're not where you want to be yet, but you're working your way towards there slowly. Good things take time. Rome wasn't built over in one night. The pyramids weren't built in one day. So just remember that. And whatever you've been doing, you've really set a solid foundation for yourself to have the changes in your life. So it's going to be a reason to celebrate. And most importantly, it's going to build some type of long-lasting, long-term success in your life. And this is the thing. All the chances you don't take, you never know if you're going to succeed or not. So don't live a life that could be filled with doubt one day down the line saying, well, I wish I would have did that. Okay, just go for it. Just go for it. So 2 of Swords, walking away from anything that no longer serves you. Confirmation. I feel like a lot of you had to walk away from maybe a outdated friendship. Sometimes as you elevate in life, people that were close to you, that have watched you succeed or overcome any perimeter that they once tried to put you in, it can be extremely disheartening to realize that sometimes you just gotta appreciate the good times you shared and continue on your path. So 8 of Cups, know that you're about to have new people in your life and new opportunities, new blessings, new reasons to smile. High Priestess, using your intuition more. Don't be afraid to go ahead and make the changes and trust that God is always guiding you. Like most importantly, Hierophant here. God is guiding you on this path. A lot of you could be called to listen to a lot more prayers lately, or possibly, you know, just checking out more verses in the Bible. Psalm 91, definitely a go-to, or Psalm 74. But there's just so many beautiful spiritual passages. You know, sometimes if you'll even check whatever time it could be on your phone or your computer or whatever, when you're watching or reading, or you just feel called to check out the time, look up the passage in the Bible if you have one handy, or even just use Google. But yeah, you would be surprised at how many times you'll find a passage that fits perfectly with the time that you feel called to look at it. And that's a reason. That's your spirit guides trying to speak out to you. Look at that, Ace of Wands. Trying to connect with you, to deliver messages that you may not be picking up just clear as day. Okay, so the Sun in reverse. A lot of you have been in a period of feeling like stressed out or anxious. It's time to let go of that. It's time to trust that whatever God has in mind for you is going to be a very beautiful chapter in your life. And sometimes we can stress so much about the mundane things, how things are going to work out, when it's going to work out, that you lose sight of the journey along the way. And right now, this is definitely clear as day. Some of you could be stressing about not feeling like you have the resources needed or the finances needed to get to the blessings that you want to get to. Trust in divine timing. That's definitely a theme for you guys. So there could be someone who wants to work with you because they really respect you now. Your life is being upgraded as well, because I feel as though there could have been people that misunderstood you in the past that are really starting to realize who you are as a person. And the fact of the matter is that everyone changes, right? So you could have really done a lot of changing in the last year. Progress you made is absolutely incredible. You could really be inspiring more people than you realize. And it says they can't help but admire your ability to overcome. So there could be someone specifically who wants to mentor you because they feel like you've overcome so much. I just saw Polaris. So for some of you, you could resonate with the star sign of Polaris. So in the past, there was someone who was playing games with you to make other people happy. This could be who's now realizing that they admire your strength to overcome, or you're admired for your steadfast ability to still forgive. Like if you know you had a lot of respect for someone and someone specifically made you feel less than, but you continue to persevere, continue to prosper, this person is, you know, having a change of heart about how they viewed you. So new reasons to be grateful. Amen. Okay, a lot of you need to know. This is going to come in by early September. There's going to be many new reasons for you to be grateful. And some of you are going to be able to look at your manifestations and realize that a lot of things that you hoped, prayed, and wished for have come to fruition. For example, sometimes when life gets shaken up and you go through really difficult times, look how much stronger it made you. Look how you're still smiling through it. And look how where something failed, sometimes it can line up for a beautiful new blessing. kind of inspirational story, but y'all, if you know who Lisa Kudrow is, okay, from Friends, so she had tried out for a movie role and she was denied it. And she talks about in this beautiful speech, look it up if you have time, it's a very inspirational speech, but she talks about the fact that when she got denied that role and she felt like she was let go of that career position or that job, all of a sudden, okay, she was met and lined up with a beautiful opportunity of Friends, which Friends ended up being her biggest blessing in her entire career. And as that had happened, right before Friends lined up and she had lost everything, she felt like she had nothing to lose, she went to a party and she went up to a handsome man that she felt like was completely out of her league, okay? And upon doing so, this man and her have now been married for, at the time she gives the speech, it's 12 plus years, which now I'm sure it's even longer, and they even built a family. And then she landed Friends. So she says, and you know, it's just a really beautiful inspirational story where sometimes when you feel like things around you that you once perceived as wants in your life crumbled around you, God is actually getting ready to bring in something you could have never even perceived, something more beautiful, something more profound. And a lot of you are at that point in your life where you could feel like you don't know like what's up next. But in reality, you just have to trust, because God's got something beautiful in store for each and every single one of you that are watching right now. Some of you are meant to become a celebrity, and wow, y'all saw me shuffle and I was just telling the story about Lisa Kudrow. So double confirmation, maybe some of you, that could be who wants to mentor you. It could be a celebrity that wants to mentor you, okay? And especially too, because before what came out was you have a beautiful singing voice. So some of you could be meant to become a singer. And it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s. It's never too late. When God has a blessing in mind, it's going to happen when it's meant to happen. So a lot of you just need to know that, okay? So check your voicemail. Some of you are about to have a phone call or a voicemail left with this opportunity. So in the past, okay, someone could have really let you down. This could be what you're upset about. It says laughing at what they did to you. A lot of you could feel really devastated. Maybe you were meant to have an opportunity already and someone tried to block it or do something to you to make others not want to work with you, okay? If that's the case, just know that God sees everything and He's going to make your life better than you could have ever imagined. And that is a reason to keep moving forward. Even if it seems next to impossible, do that. Just know that there is better yet to come. So they hid a wedding family gathering from you on purpose. There's something that was hidden from you on purpose. That could be what you're feeling upset about. Maybe some of you are realizing there's some people in your life that just really aren't meant to come into your next season because they've tried to make your life more difficult. Okay? And that can be incredibly saddening as well. But it's time for you to use your wisdom and to realize that whoever's been trying to hold you back from knowing truths or making your path difficult, it's time to live life for you, have forgiveness in your heart, and walk away from anyone who makes a point to make your life more difficult. No matter how hard it can be, no matter how much you love them, if someone makes your life more difficult, it's time to walk away. Look at that. Abundance is the first one out. So I feel like that's the main theme for a lot of you. You're dealing with stresses about your finances, or maybe you make just enough to get by and you're like, when are you going to be able to do more in your life? It's coming. Remain steadfast. Remain in hope. But at the end of the day, remember too, God is wealth. Knowledge is wealth. It's not necessarily about what you have, but it's knowing that if you have a positive mindset, you're able to manifest blessings into your life. So partying's here in reverse. Maybe a lot of you have felt like a lack of a social life lately. You haven't had a reason to celebrate. This could also be it as well. Hid a family wedding gathering from you. That could be something you were going through. You need to know whoever this is you walked away from, you had a one-sided love with them. You could have had a lot more care, love, or respect for this friendship, relationship, whoever this is, than this person did for you. So it's okay to focus on yourself now. And poker face here, not showing hand, taking a chance. It's time for you to take a chance on your future.